All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're going to react to another video from Uncut Hoops. This one's called LeBron James is the GOAT of Excuses. Gonna leave him a like right here. And this sounds right up our alley. So let's go ahead and check this out together. Leave the video a like if you could. It'll help push this video out. And as always, I'm going to link the original video from Uncut down below in the description if you want to watch the video without my commentary. But without further ado, let's get into this one. All right, here we go.
Naysayers and basketball savants that don't know nothing about basketball and telling me I should have shot that shot in Miami instead of passing to Cam Reddish. Well, I did the same thing tonight because I trust my teammates and I make the right play every single time.
I wonder if Michael Jordan had any idea when he was recording the documentary how often we were going to use that clip of him laughing. It's so funny. Still to this day, it still gets me.
Defender falls, LeBron three.
I don't understand what's going on in the replay center, to be honest. I think I said it this year or last year or whatever. D'Lo clearly gets hit in the face in the drive. And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Look at the expression on his face. He doesn't even believe it. He knows how ridiculous it is. Yeah. Dude, Uncut, 30 seconds in, you already got me like, man, what a good mood you put me in.
It's just basketball.
Well, maybe. You just making excuses.
Yeah.
Caldwell Pope. First, James was mad at the officials, but he was even more upset with his bench.
Stop it.
Get some help.
Gotta go. James, a bump, a feed, a Prince shot.
Oh, man. Wait.
Zeros on the clock.
I've been meaning to take a closer look at this real quick. Bear with me for a sec. All right, question is does LeBron James land with the ball in his hands and travel before he passes the ball? Here we go. Let's find out.
Stop it. Get some help.
Gotta go. James.
Oh, did he do it? Hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me. The Michael Jordan thing has got me. Okay, wait. Okay. Ball's in hand. Feet off the ground. Okay. Is the ball still in his hand? Because he's on the ground there. Travel. Not like it matters, but I was pretty sure this whole time he traveled.
Get the fuck out of here. Go fucking anywhere, but you out of here.
But we were just hit with injuries after injuries after injuries, and it was just hard to. It's hard to come back.
Excuse.
It's not about excuses. You got a job to do. You got to go out there and do it. You have to be effective.
Yep.
Find a way to be effective and not make excuses, but just man up and play.
Yeah.
When it comes to LeBron James and losing,
I mean, that's how the GOATs talk, that we all respect. You know, that's just how they talk. They take accountability. No excuses. We got to go out there and play. Blah, blah, blah. I like that.
over the past 21 years, they've become very, very close friends. And when LeBron James loses, what's one thing you can always count on? The patented excuse.
Yeah, built-in excuse.
Continue to tell you guys we were undermanned. Pretty much played the last 3 games with a broken hand, so that's what it is.
Uh-huh.
In this series versus Denver, he just unloaded the clip with numerous excuses. After Game 2 the Lakers lost, what was the problem?
Oh, we covered the hell out of that one. Hell, I made a whole video just looping that brick, Jamal Murray's game winner, and then LeBron making excuses and blaming the refs and in the press conference just to make a point, because this is literally what he does over and over and over again throughout his entire career. It's okay to fail, but don't blame shift. That's bullshit. You know, you bricked a shot. Jamal Murray didn't. Suck it up. You know, try to win the next game. Don't go out and blame the refs and not even acknowledge that shot you missed, because he didn't even acknowledge the shot he missed at all in that entire press conference. All he did was just blame the refs. It's pathetic.
It wasn't LA blowing a 20-point lead, him bricking a game winner.
Brick.
The person to blame was the referees.
Yep.
After Game 3 going down 3-0, you know, basketball, not a big deal, doesn't really matter. Then after Game 5, what do we get? The old, my team was hurt, we had no chemistry, we were injured, that's my excuse. Whenever LeBron James loses, it's not a question of if, but when he'll make an excuse.
Yeah.
It's hard to say who we are, what we can be, because we have yet to be whole. I think we was only probably whole maybe 1 or 2 times this year, and I know one of them was during the in-season tournament. We got whole, and we showed what he's capable of doing.
If the media had any credibility, a shred of
Showing Michael Jordan just triggers all kinds of things. That last championship they won in '98, man. The first couple of months of the season, he didn't have Scottie Pippen, his number 2 guy, because of surgery. Then after Pippen came back, Dennis Rodman goes off the rails, and he goes to Vegas for about a week. And then, you don't know if he's dead or alive or what the hell's going on. He's still just trucking along. And then once you get all the way to the finals, which was crazy that they did it, you got Scottie Pippen who's busted up, man. His back is hurting, and he can barely play. But Jordan still overcame. He didn't make any excuses ever throughout the entire thing. He just stepped up. Even when Pippen wasn't on the floor, he was still expecting the team to win. No excuse. Dennis Rodman kind of went off the rails again, by the way, in the finals, and Tony Kukoc had to kind of step up into a more role. But the point is, just in one season like that, how much adversity did the Bulls and Michael Jordan especially have to face? But they overcame and they won anyways because they weren't making excuses. There was no built-in excuse. They wanted to win.
self-respect. Davis stopped LeBron James on the spot and corrected his lies. As looking at the in-season tournament, the teams Lakers were playing a combined win percentage
Love that
of
banner.
42.9%. Congrats, LeBron James. Over the first 20 games this season, you beat the Jazz, Grizzlies, and Portland Trailblazers numerous times. And the funny thing is, looking at LA's team, their core 6,
Nice layup,
and most of these guys were healthy all season long. Anthony Davis, 76 games.
Damn. Especially the AD. Props, man. You played 76 this year. LeBron played 71. Yeah, so we're looking at all of their best players, and they pretty much played the entire season. So what's this injuries excuse? What's that all about? I'm not seeing it.
The most since his Pelican days. LeBron James, 71, the most since 2018. D'Lo, also 76. Reeves, 82. Prince, 78. And Rui, 68.
Huh.
The Lakers this year were fairly healthy, and despite that, only won 47 games and finished the 8th seed in the Western Conference. The only 2 players for LA that were actually hurt this year were Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent. But here's the thing. Those guys were hurt the entire season, including the in-season tournament. Once again, I'm going to show you guys LeBron's excuse backfires right in his face. And when it comes to past NBA superstars, whether it be themselves or their team being hurt, I don't remember those guys in the past making excuses, giving caveats or asterisks for their team not winning.
Nope.
I don't remember that.
Not at all.
Physically, we may be a little tired, but we got the hearts. Our heart is not tired, and that means a lot more than the physical in some respects. We can complain and we can do whatever we have to say about the referees, once we get into the locker room. But out there on the basketball court, we can't control the game. The referees control the game, and every time we may mouth off or say something, we're giving away free points.
Yeah.
I mean, players like Kobe.
You guys hear that? That's the 100% 180 opposite of what LeBron James is doing. He's literally disrupting the game over and over and over again, play after play, by complaining to the refs. That's how he's leading by example, is by complaining to the refs the most on the entire team instead of just focusing on the game and winning. And MJ is the leader, and he's leading by example by not complaining to the refs and telling the rest of his team, don't blame the refs, don't complain about the refs. We'll talk about that in private. In the game, focus on winning. There's a difference in leadership here. So one of these guys have better leadership skills than the other. It is what it is. One's a captain. One is something else.
Iverson and Jordan. They actually conceal injuries, keep them secret for years at a time. I mean, imagine Jordan's excuse in 1993. He could have said, I had a bad sprained wrist, I was fatigued, we're going for a three-peat. We just didn't have it.
Dude, even when he played for the Wizards at the end of his career, the guy had a broken wrist and a busted up knee, and he never made an excuse. He just went out there and played hard. No, it's so different.
1998, he could have blamed his age, being 35 years old, having the oldest roster, and with Robin and Pippen breaking down. He could have blamed that. Or Kobe in 2010 having a broken finger.
Yeah.
He could have blamed that for not winning the championship for 4 Hall of Famers in the finals. My overall
Damn,
point
look at
being,
that take.
the playoffs, the finals, are about adversity. And the truly great NBA legends, they use adversity as a stepping stone to becoming even greater. Not as a crutch for excuses when they lose. And looking back at the NBA media, when it came to this Lakers vs. Denver series, heading into it, they were just giddy, overjoyed, with the slight possibility the Lakers could win this series and win a championship.
If LeBron knocks this guy off in the next couple of weeks at this
That's the one. This is oh man. This takes me back to the origins of my channel when I did the LaFlop video. I'm gonna have to redo something like that. That was so much fun. But this was my favorite one. He gets touched in the wrist. The forearm, and then he flies back about 100 feet. Here we go. Watch this.
off in the next couple of weeks at this age and goes on to win
He grabs his wrist or his forearm, like, ow, my forearm, and then he flies.
a championship in the league. I think it does influence the conversation. It is a huge factor.
Laker Nation, we got to stand up.
Oh, my Lord.
As a matter of fact,
Oh, my Lord.
probably about 5 o'clock this afternoon, if you look up in the sky, that ain't the bat signal, it's the crown.
If
Shannon,
LeBron James
what the hell?
beats Denver, I don't know how strong my argument's going to be on behalf of Jordan moving forward.
Now, seeing all that
Seriously, Stephen A. So if what the hell is wrong with mainstream media? So if LeBron James got out of the first round of the playoffs this year, that alters your view on his greatness. Out of the first round. The hell is wrong with these analysts?
hype, all that build up, now that the series is over, where's that gone? If those were your expectations, that was kind of your standard you're holding him to, now that he's lost. Any retractions, any edits, any, I was wrong, any of that? ESPN every single year hypes LeBron James up, possibly as being the GOAT if he does blank.
Oh, yeah. Okay, to be real, I'm complaining about it, but it's all just for views. That's why you see these analysts, they never really take a hard stance and stick with it, because that won't generate traffic. So they're trying to say something ridiculous to get more eyes on the video or whatever you want to call this, because it's ESPN. But nowadays it is kind of in video form on YouTube and other places. So that's all they're trying to do. Make a clickbait title, get somebody in, even though they probably don't even mean half of the things that they're saying. I know a lot of YouTubers that also do that. Gilbert Arenas, I'm looking at you. I won't be doing that around here. I have my stances, and I'm going to stick with them unless I'm proven otherwise. But then I'm not going to flip-flop back and forth on my stance. If my stance changes, and I'll move forward from there. But I'm never going to be flip-flopping like that. I don't respect it. And even if that would generate more clicks or views or whatever, man, that's not me. That's not something I ever want to be a part of. The whole idea of it makes me sick anyways. It's clickbait. It's fake. I thought the whole idea of people being on YouTube to begin with was that you have a platform to be real and honest, your real self. And you don't have to do these things that companies like ESPN or Fox Sports or whatever, they force you to say certain things that go against your true beliefs. I thought that was the whole point of YouTube, was so you get away from that. But people do some crazy things for money and fame. It's not for me.
Especially when it doesn't happen, the slate's wiped clean, rinse, repeat, do the same thing next year when he eventually makes the playoffs.
Yep.
And you might say LeBron James, he's 39 years old, season 21, you're holding him to a very high standard, which I guess is true. But looking at someone like
Yeah,
Nick Wright,
we did that to
when it comes
MJ
to
too.
Michael Jordan, Nick Wright to this very day holds Jordan's years in Washington against him very, very much.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're going to bring up the Wizards years? Well, I don't know, guys.
Look at that block. Look at that block. It's one of my favorite. Dude, so many of you in my comments feel the same way, too. So many of you have brought up this two-hand pin against the glass block from Old Man Jordan.
Wizards years?
Bang.
Well, I don't...
Real quick on Nick Wright. Out of that same dirty-ass mouth of his, he'll talk about how important it was that Jordan didn't succeed in his eyes during the Wizards years. And then in the next breath, he'll talk about how we shouldn't be holding anything against LeBron in his old age because he's old. So it's a double standard.
No, guys. Was he playing? Was he younger when he started with the
Boom.
Wizards than LeBron is right now?
If Nick Wright's making the rules, and Michael Jordan's years in Washington, he was 38, 39, and 40, count on his resume are held against him. I mean, let's do the same thing for LeBron James in Los Angeles. When LeBron
Okay, real quick. If you want to just erase the Wizards years and then erase the Lakers years for LeBron, even though that's not even fair because he's just now getting to that age. But okay, let's be fair. Let's erase the last 2 years of LeBron with the Lakers, and then let's erase the Wizards years for Jordan. Jordan still wins the GOAT debate every single time. So what's the point of all of it? You know, Jordan already accomplished what he needed to accomplish before the Wizards. Difference is LeBron hasn't. He's still chasing Jordan's shadow.
LA, he was 34 years old. Now he's approaching 40. That first year, 2019, missed the playoffs after activating playoff mode. 2020, the bubble championship. 21, first round exit. 2022, the biggest super team blunder of all time. 2023, made the West Finals.
Yeah, this was the big one. That's what got Vogel fired. Oh, boy. I mean, how crazy is it that they went from winning a bubble championship to losing in the first round, and then the year after that didn't even make the playoffs? Another difference between these guys, once Jordan won, he stayed on top of the mountain, and he won 2 more times. And then once Jordan won again, he stayed on the mountain and won 2 more times. LeBron's only defended his title once, and that was in Miami. Outside of that, he just had a one-off in Cleveland and a one-off bubble in LA. Not the same. It's like a heavyweight fighter just winning, you know, the title bout once in a while, but then gets really, really overweight or out of shape and loses the next person up. You know, he gets knocked out. Like, we wouldn't call that the greatest fighter in the world or the greatest of all time.
Got swept, and of course 2024 got beat 4-1 in the first round by that same Nuggets team.
They've won one playoff game. Oh no, never mind. I'm just gonna stop right there. All right, let's keep going.
That is LeBron James' resume in Los Angeles in his really post-prime. Now looking at Jordan, only played 4 years from 34 to 40, but still accomplished much more than LeBron James in the same time period. As of course 97.
And it's funny, we shame MJ for this. Hello, 2022. And who did you have on this team? He had Anthony Davis, Austin Reeves, Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony. Like, come on, man. Who did MJ have here? Rip Hamilton this year. And then, what's his name? Oh, Stackhouse. Stackhouse this year. That's all he had. Yet the record is still better than this. I don't know. And he was older. MJ was older.
Was an NBA champion, as was Finals MVP. And then of course 98 at age 35, won the MVP, the championship, and the Finals MVP. We're playing by Nick Wright's rules of holding Jordan LeBron James to the utmost standard of a quote NBA GOAT. And of course, when you do that, Michael Jordan's years in his post-prime look far superior than LeBron James. And speaking of Nick Wright, being the slimy weasel he is.
He is a
After
weasel.
Game 5 versus Denver, this guy with a straight face said this game in this series has an asterisk because Anthony Davis got hurt.
I hate this
Say
for
what?
Anthony Davis, and I hate this even more for Kevin.
No. Did he do it? I tried my best not to ever watch this fucking slimy weasel. Did he do it? Did he blame the loss on AD? Let's find out. Oh, Jesus. Dude, don't.
Wilds, because this should be an asterisk-free Category 1, and instead now I guess we'll just never know.
Never know.
I mean, it's hard to. I mean, they were up 8.
Yep.
When AD,
6, actually.
I'm sorry, they had been up 8.
They were up every single game at halftime. Didn't stop them from losing the other 3, Nick Wright.
6 when AD got hurt. It felt like 8. Thank you.
Now look, I disagree with that take completely.
Me too.
But if we're going to do this, I mean, we're opening up Pandora's box
Do it.
for LeBron's career. If you want to talk asterisks, look at the 2016 finals,
shit.
LeBron's crowning achievement. That year in the finals, Andrew Bogut hurt, missed all of Game 7. Draymond Green suspended for Game 5. Steph Curry, injured ankle, hurt MCL.
Yep.
And Andre Iguodala had a back injury.
This is why I love this channel. He just goes at it with he just goes at it with facts. Yeah, well done, Uncut.
The 2020 bubble in the NBA Finals. Bam Adebayo Game 1 hurt his shoulder. The next 2
Yeah, the
games
Dragon.
was completely out. Goran Dragic, the exact same thing. Game 1 got hurt, missed 4 consecutive games after the East Finals.
Yeah, that's huge, by the way. For all those who don't know who Dragic is, yeah, he was their point guard. So that's kind of a big deal, isn't it?
Been the second leading scorer on Miami, behind Bam, who was first. I'm not saying those series have asterisks, but I mean, let's be real, some of them do. But if we're going to say Game 5 in Denver has an asterisk for sure, I mean, keep that same energy for LeBron James and his finals opponents. Long story short, LeBron yet again, age 39, year 21, was hyped up to the moon and came crashing down in the first round of the playoffs. And like I showed you guys earlier, LeBron never can take a loss on the chin and just own it. Whenever he loses, it's the refs, his teammates, his coach, it's someone else besides him.
Yeah.
That's why when comparing him to someone like Jordan or Kobe, I can't go there. There's mentality, an overall approach to the game, and attitude. So that right there is the end of the video. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.
Yeah. To summarize, if I could buy LeBron James a birthday present, it would be a mirror. So he maybe can finally see what we see and see his own reflection. And maybe he can take accountability by looking at himself instead of looking at everybody else to blame. Uncut Hoops, great video. Great video. You're dead on, as always. You're right on it. Because I am sick and tired of LeBron James making excuses. And it's one thing if you say, like, oh, we didn't win because I broke my hand. Fine, dude. I don't respect it, but that's one thing. But when you start blaming your teammates and your coaches and the organization, all of your coworkers, that's sick. So that's why we all have a problem with it. And that's why we're making videos like this to get it out, because you shouldn't do that in a workforce, right? If I'm working in a restaurant and I don't know, I got a bowl of pasta in my hand that I'm supposed to serve and I drop it on the ground and I fuck up, everybody sees it, and I go and blame somebody else for it, like the person who cooked the pasta, even though they cooked it fine and I just dropped it on the ground like a dumbass. Shit happens, right? I'd take accountability. I'd be like, ah, man, my bad. I need another plate of pasta. You know, apologize to the customer, apologize to my boss, and hope we're kosher. What would LeBron James do? Blame everybody else, even though he's the one who did it. Anyways, everybody, thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. Check out Uncut if you like their content, and subscribe to my channel if you like my content. Leave the video a like if you could. It helps my channel grow. And leave a comment down below so we can continue the conversation down there. All right. Look forward to it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.